Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for January 26th to February 10th. I got to adjust this chair a little bit. Okay, that's better. We're going to look at the period for January 26th to 30th, and this is what we find here. We still have below normal heights here across the high latitudes. When I'm talking about the high latitudes, I'm talking about the Arctic and Greenland. And you can see we have a little bit of a troughing here in the west, but nearly above normal heights generally across much of the country and most of Canada. Now, we're expecting a pretty significant rain event as forecast for the southeast, lower Mississippi Valley, Gulf Coast states, through the southern Appalachians today through Saturday, and with heavy rain and storms, along with the threat of runoff and flooding. And we'll take a look at that at the surface. So here's the area that we're talking about down here. This is the European. And then it eventually spreads into the East Ohio Valley and to the east. That's the European. I mean, that's the GFS. Here's the European. And then European ensembles. Now we'll take a look at the rainfall amounts for this event, and we'll go here. Now we can see like 2 inches here. This is in 24-hour intervals. So we have, let me see, it looks like 3 inches here. And then we go into Saturday. So the heaviest rainfall looks like to be across the Gulf Coast states. And then we go on Friday and Saturday. Then we have 2 inches here, like I showed you yesterday, parts of Georgia, 2 inches here. And then it spreads gradually to the northeast. That's the GFS. And we'll look at the European. And it looks like a little less rainfall than the GFS. So this is an area to watch down here across this region, and also across the northeast. And as the rainfall spreads into the northeast, along with snowmelt, will also cause a possibility of flooding. Now, the flood is not expected to be widespread because even though about maybe 1 to 2 inches are going to fall, it's going to fall over several days. So that should ease the flooding impact. Also, another area to watch is the northwest. You see we have a system moving in here. Then we have the next system. And then we have the next one, So here's the next one coming in on Wednesday. That's in the next period. But it'll likely be another atmospheric river event. We'll take a close look at that maybe tomorrow. Okay, we're going to look at the period now for January 31st to February 4th. And heights become more mixed across the high latitude, still above normal heights across much of the country. See a ridge trying to build here in the west, troughing here in the east. So heights are generally mixed across this region here. So for this forecast period, I'm calling for above normal temperatures for much of this region. And I'm calling for anomalies to be about 4 to 8 degrees above normal, and the highest anomalies will be across this region here. For precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence is 35%, and then we have below normal precipitation chances here, probability of occurrence is near 35%. Now we're going to look at the period for February 5th to the 9th, and there was supposed to be turning cooler here. It could still happen, but I think the majority is for generally the same kind of pattern here. We look at the GFS, and the GFS, or most of the models, have some kind of a trough here. GFS is most pronounced, and then it kind of pushes it out as this trough moves inland, pushing the ridge further into the east. So I think that's what might happen. And so for this forecast period, I'm calling for below normal temperatures here, and I'm calling for anomalies to be about 4 to 6 degrees below normal, above normal temperatures here, with anomalies could exceed 8 degrees or more, generally across this region here, across the upper Mississippi Valley and Great Lakes region. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence is near 35%. And then we have below normal precipitation here for the Northeast, probability of occurrence is near 35%. Now, as we mentioned yesterday, I just want to go over this. Some of the models are indicating a snowstorm or some kind of a storm here in the east. And it could probably be snow. We'll take a closer look at that if we'll go to the surface map. I think they backed away. I was looking at it earlier today. Yeah, they're not showing anything here. This is the GFS. This could be something here to be watched. It will be cold enough where the 540 line is down here across Virginia. And then we look at the European. Doesn't show much here anyway. So we'll keep a closer look at that. But I think it's overall milder pattern than was had for yesterday, since yesterday. Okay, that's the long range weather forecast discussion for January 26th through February 10th. Thanks for coming, Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.